Hey friends, Mynn here from On a Stamp Page. I'm super excited because today is day one of the Scrap Hoarders Birthday Trio Week Hop. So for 3 weeks, we're going to be showing you how to use your scraps to make birthday themed embellishments, tags or treat toppers, and then cards and gifts. So today I have a bunch of different stuff here on my desk. I went through and I grabbed some paper and also this beautiful iridescent cellophane. And then also I wanted to talk a little bit about scraps when it comes to embellishments, because I know we don't usually consider embellishment scraps, but when they get down to looking something like this and you've used most of them and they just sit in your stash forever and you're like, should I keep them? Should I throw them away? Or when they look like this and they've been in your stash for years and you haven't used them or used them all, this is the perfect time to get them out. So I'm calling these also scraps. These are my embellishment scraps. These are things that either haven't seen the light of day in a long time, or I'm down to the last few and it's like, what do I use these for? Okay. My goal is to make some embellishments that I will use later on my tags and cards. I have this piece of paper. This is what it looked like in my scrap drawer, and I was like, I can't use that. And so when I went to toss it aside, it went like this. And I was like, oh, I know this is Christmas paper, but how cool are these little dots? I'm gonna be making these dots into my main embellishments. I'm super excited about it. So I'm not 100% sure if these are even gonna make an appearance, but this is gonna be my main focus, is to use as many of these circles to create little birthday embellishments, because while I do get that they're supposed to be like different colored snowflakes and stars for Christmas, I really get birthday vibes from this. So let's go ahead and move some of this stuff out of the way. And I'm gonna start by using some circle punches to punch out as many of these circles as possible. Okay, so you saw me get the most of this out. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, and I'm gonna use my 1 3/8, 1 1/4, and my other punches to get the rest of these circles out, and then I will be back to show you what I got. All right, y'all. So I got as much out as I possibly could. I even punched out some of the tiny dots with the green around it because, I mean, it looks decorative as well. I couldn't get some of these little green dots though. I even like punched out from the edges here to make some like irregular dots. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm really excited. I feel like these could all be like really fun balloons, and I feel like I'm not wasting too much paper, which is awesome. So now that I have all of my little pieces of different sizes, I think I do want to kind of turn these into balloons or something else. But before I do that, I also want to somehow use them to decorate this star, to make some sort of birthday thing with this star, because I forgot I had this star, and honestly, I don't know what else I would use it for except for Christmas. And so I want to use it today. So since this is kind of like silvery, I kind of am liking this blue and white. And I kind of want to just make some sort of little trio here with this. Let me see what colors I'm liking. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop up these circles just kind of right in the middle of this star. And I will use it probably either to make a tag or as a main focal point on my card later on. So let's look and see. I kind of think it needs to go like this. I'm loving these colors. These are more of springtime colors, but this is so pretty. And then I'm also going to jazz it up with embellishments. So let me move this stuff out of the way. And let's get to making this darling star embellishment. Let's start by adding these. I'm even going to use scraps of my dimensional foam around the sides. so now that I've got my cute trio on there, I'm gonna add some embellishments. I think I'm gonna add some stickles in because I've got this just sitting out on my desk, which is just so nice. So let's add a little bit of that. So I got my stickles added in there. It's gonna take a little bit for those to dry, but I am loving all the sparkle and shine on this. This is such a fun, like, embellishment for a card or even as a tag. So love this star embellishment. So that's our first one. I'm gonna set that aside. And now we're just gonna have fun and we're gonna make some little balloons with these. And I'm thinking some baker's twine. I also might just kind of put these together to create little trios like I did on that star to be ready for other things. So let's just kind of play around with it and we'll see where we go with this. Okay, so now we've got our darling little trio of balloons, and I want these to be tied together down at the bottom, and I'm cutting this really long so that I can get the bow the way that I want it to and then trim the edges. So here we go, let's tie our 3 little balloons together. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so cute, you guys. Look at that little balloon bouquet. And I think I'm gonna add some pizzazz to it just like I did with the star by adding some stickles. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, this is so cute. I'm gonna try and pick it up really carefully because it is still wet. Am I gonna be able to do it? Yes. I love the texture that the stickles gives, and it's gonna dry flat, but how cute is that? I'm gonna go and make a couple more balloon bouquets and then I will be back to show you. All right, friends, so I am back with my balloon bundles that I created. I created 5 different ones and I played around with placement. I also played around with dimension versus no dimension. This one does not have any dimension, popping the circles up because I put these big dimensional embellishments that were my scraps left over. And then some of these I put stickles on, and some of these I just put some of those random embellishments on to see how I liked them, and honestly I love all of them. I'm so excited to use them. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, watching me make this lovely star and then all these fun balloons. Make sure that you go and join in our hop and visit everybody else because they have fabulous ideas as well. This time around I actually have kind of a big prize. I'm going to be giving away embellishments and paper and all sorts of stuff from my stash that I have not used that needs to be used. So I'm talking like actual paper pads. I'm talking about actual like packages of embellishments that I have found and I'm like, oh, I forgot I had these, and somebody else needs them. So I am going to be giving away a huge Scrap Hoarders de-stash pack to one lucky person. It is open internationally. I will pay that international shipping. This is what you need to do in order to win it. 1, please subscribe to my channel. I love being able to like interact with you guys and hear your sweet comments, and hopefully you like what I bring to you. Number 2, I want you to like this video, and number 3, I want you to add a comment down below telling me if you were to do this like balloon trio, would you use a specific pattern paper or would you just grab out a bunch of pattern papers and start going at it? So that's what you need to do to be entered to win my Scrap Hoarders D-Stash prize pack. And I will be back next week with tags and or treat toppers. We'll see where we go with that. Until next time, friends, hugs and happy crafting. Bye.